So Vikings fans' relationship with Stefon Diggs, it's like when you break up with someone, but then you still randomly check their Facebook and just like, I hope that got fat. Anyway, former Vikings wide receiver and current resident of football Siberia, Stefon Diggs, did his customary cryptic passive-aggressive social media game, and he once again targeted Mike Zimmer. Now, he tweeted this out at 10:39 p.m., July 23rd. Date's important. 4 offensive coordinators and 5 QBs later, ... shrug emoji. Not the shrug emoji. Now, date's important because only a day earlier, July 22nd, was when news broke that Vikings had extended Mike Zimmer to a multi-year deal. So pretty obvious that it's a not so thinly veiled shot at his former head coach for having so much turnover at offensive coordinator as well as quarterback, but still securing that bag. Of course, Diggs being a wide receiver in that offense, going through that many coordinators, that many different quarterbacks. I mean, it's going to preclude him from getting the damn ball. Even though he had a pretty good setup right there at the end with Kubiak, who ain't going anywhere, Super Bowl winning head coach Gary Kubiak, as well as Kirk Cousins, one of the best deep ball quarterbacks in the league. Good luck with Josh Allen, by the way. Oh, and I fully do expect like the fire and brimstone of Bill's YouTube community just coming down. It's like, because they just got internet in Western New York, so they're just like, it's like a novelty. It's brand new. It's like Dippin' Dots. It's the internet of the future. It's great. But, so Diggs, when he came in as a 5th-round pick out of Maryland in 2015, counting through. So the 4 offensive coordinator comments, pretty straightforward. Norv, Shermer, JDF, Stefanski. And I don't even know what he's complaining about that much. Like, Shermer was great, but then he left to be a head coach. Stefanski was great. Kubiak had him on training wheels. He gone, right? And then the 5 quarterbacks. Now, this one's a little bit trickier because I don't know if he's counting Sean Mannion, even though he didn't play in the Week 17 game. But what I think he's doing is Teddy was the quarterback all of 2015. Then he had Sean Hill the first week of 2016, the game down in Tennessee. Then he had Sam Bradford, 3, Case Keenum, 4, Kirk Cousins, 5. So that's how you get to 4 OCs and 5 quarterbacks, right? Now, Diggs, you could look at that comment and be like, well, it's more props to Zimmer. He succeeded despite all of that turnover at offense coordinator and quarterback. Nah. Diggs is extremely aware, extremely calculated. I do not give him the benefit of the doubt at all. Like, at all. So it's like when he tweeted, quote, I just want to ask Rick a few questions back on April 20th when he was still a Viking. I was like, oh, he was just watching The Walking Dead. Sure. Bull poop. Absolute bull poop. He tweeted out something about Walking Dead earlier just to set that whole thing up, please. Stefon Diggs, I do respect. I respect him as a player. Phenomenal on the field. But also he plays like 4D, 5D chess in this whole social media thing, right? So nothing happens by accident. Like him working out in the Cardinal shirt, non-accident, is like, well, it's his brother's shirt. He didn't bring another shirt to the facility. He didn't bring another shirt to this multi-million-dollar, it was like a baseball training facility. Yeah, they couldn't find him a different shirt than the official NFL shop shirt of another team. Okay. Could have wore it inside out. Or him tweeting, time for a new beginning, just hours after the Kirk Cousins extension was announced and then being traded hours later. Obviously was not an accident either. I mean, it's the quintessential passive-aggressive modus operandi. Like, say something absolutely inflammatory, and when you're called out on it, it's like, oh, I didn't mean it that way, or you misconstrued my words, or don't be so sensitive, or I'm just kidding, ha ha ha. Diggs picked up a lot when he was here in Minnesota. It was absolutely great. So, I mean, his issues with Zimmer are obvious, and they do run deep. The whole $250,000 in fines, $250,000 in fines, which people don't talk about enough. That is massive. That might be the biggest fine in recent NFL history, besides like Myles Garrett, potentially. I don't know. But the largest team-imposed fine in recent memory, right? For skipping practice, skipping meetings, skipping work. That was all on Zimmer. Like, that didn't come from anyone else. So it is hard to pinpoint where the relationship broke. Might have been on shaky ground before the miracle. It certainly was before the extension. But, I mean, Diggs was obviously not a fan of Zimmer's philosophy on offense, or just overseeing that he wants to be a run-first team, or potentially even like the love that Adam Thielen got, the love that Kirk Cousins got, both from the coaching staff, the team, the executives, as well as the fans. So I don't know. I mean, the Vikings don't play the Bills until 2022, but also, I mean, it's no guarantee that Diggs will even be there in 2 years. So I don't know. Man, I know I shouldn't care about this. I know the Vikings fans should move on. And this was like 10 days ago, but we're still catching up. But, man. All right, but your thoughts. Diggs taking yet another shot at Zimmer. I mean, come on, man. Let us know in the comment section below. Subscribe for daily Vikings takes. I'll support the work. Pull some of the Venmo. But until next time, Skull, production value.